Hello and welcome back to another episode. Now today I am wearing the same t-shirt but that's just because I literally just finished filming my Deadpool video. The comics are just down there on the floor, so don't worry folks, I do change my clothes, I do wash my clothes. It's fine. But I just wanted to do a little add-on video for this week and share with you some really cool stuff which has come my way. Partly through friends, partly via the post, and partly just coming across some really good pickups and bargains. So first of all, you'll notice on the shelf just here we have Mjolnir, Thor's hammer, the Hammer of Thor, which was given to me by a friend in order to use it in my job, in my work, where sometimes I go into schools and I talk about, for example, Vikings. So I'll be using it to tell kids about the story of Thor and Mjolnir and the forging of that mighty hammer in Norse myth and legend, and when I'm not using it for that purpose, it'll be sitting on a shelf somewhere in this wonderful room. So Mjolnir was a wonderful thing to get from a friend. I came across these fantastic headphones. They have my favourite iteration of the Joker on the earphones there, and it's that sort of late 80s, early 90s Joker. Purple, fantastic colour, very comfortable to wear, and a 1.5 metre green cable on them. I got these from Smith's Toys, and it's just perfect for me. In fact, I'll be using these to edit this video. So a great pickup there, and I don't know, I recommend them. A little bit on the quiet side, but just turn up the volume on your computer and you'll be fine. Really good. Recommended. So in recent days I've actually added to my Xbox 360 collection. Also I've got an Xbox game and a GameCube game here, and having recently done my Xbox 360 collection video, I thought it was worthwhile just updating that here. Some of these games I've been given, such as this one, Call of Juarez Bound in Blood. I've played the opening chapter of this video game and it seems quite good actually. Atmospheric, if a slightly clunky first-person shooter. This game here cost me a meagre £1 from the local cash converters, and it's the prequel to the special edition Splinter Cell, which I have in my collection already. Splinter Cell Conviction is actually the first one where they started to use in-environment prompts projected onto, for example, the side of buildings. So for example there it says Justice, Revenge, Conviction, and I wanted to play this when I first saw the review, and for £1 I wasn't going to say no. Here we have Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, an incredibly Japanese game, an incredibly good game, really good sword game in fact. I've just discovered last night that you can use the right analog stick to literally swipe your sword. I knew you could direct your swipes in almost like on a clock face to decide where you want to chop, but no, you actually flick the stick and you'll swipe your sword. It's really good. Completely over the top. Kojima and Platinum Games really nailed that one. £3, sealed, brand new. Really good. I picked up this title, not a great game, Resident Evil 5 Gold Edition, but I needed it, so I had a complete Resident Evil collection basically, or a complete main title collection. I've got all the other ones and I got some way through this game. It's just not that good, but I'm hoping if I revisit it with the right attitude at the right time, I'll finally be able to complete Resident Evil 5. This game was given to me by a friend. It's Overture, Guilty Gear 2, and they told me as long as I'm not expecting a Guilty Gear game, as long as I just play it with an open mind and just enjoy it for what it is, it's quite a good game. I like the art style of this franchise, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it works in this 3D world which is in the game. So Guilty Gear 2. The final Xbox 360 game that I've added to my collection is Crackdown. Crackdown is a superb, really good fun sandbox game. It's not the most comprehensive sandbox, but it's bombastic. It's got full of style, full of character, and I love the graphical style actually of it. I love the slightly sort of almost cel-shaded comic book type feeling to it. It's got a big twist in the story. I played this back in the day, as it were, or back when it was new, and I'm happy to have it back in my collection. Crackdown. For the Xbox, this game fell into my lap literally for 50p. I was looking for something else and this fell onto the floor. Evil Dead Fistful of Boomstick. Why not? Who wouldn't like this game? It's really actually quite good fun and holds up graphically really quite well. I'll do a let's play of this next week. Shall we? You and me? Okay, let's do that. Evil Dead, Fistful of Boomstick. Fantastic. And finally, for the GameCube, I picked up this. This one was £1 as well. True Crime Streets of LA. A GTA clone, but you play as a cop, and it's quite good fun. I have lots of fond memories of playing this on my GameCube back in high school, and I look forward to revisiting this game soon. Now, in addition to that, this also arrived in the post actually today, this thing, and that is a signed copy of the Happy Console Gamer movie. One of my favourite YouTubers. All I had to do was harass him, send him some nude selfies, and also transfer a lot of money into an offshore bank account. And he was happy to send over a signed version of the film. I already actually have a copy of the film. I bought it when it was available. But him and Robman were really kind and signed this copy for me. It's going to be a treasured possession. Actually, I keep my computer game movies, along, for example, with the Atari Game Over movie, on my Xbox 360 game shelf. So that's where it'll be living, and I do love it. Thank you so much to the Happy Console Gamer and Robman. Two more things which I picked up this week, which I'm actually really quite happy with. This is something else which arrived in the post, and you're probably not going to be able to see it all that well, but it is a version of the One Ring. It's a tiny little version of it, as though it's shrunk down to be big enough for a hobbit to wear. It just about sort of fits onto my finger there, and you've got the black writing on the outside. Actually, and on the inside of the band. That's quite nice, actually. This was a slightly impulse buy, but it cost me very, very little, only a couple of pounds, and I'm very happy with it. Came in the post today. And finally, I bought this. This was also a bit of an impulse purchase, and that is the mecha suit version of Batman from the upcoming Batman vs Superman movie. He's got this gun, which I'm not entirely sure is entirely in keeping with Batman, but then again, he does use a gun in the Dark Knight Returns. And I really like this design. Something which I do love about this figure is the fact that his head rotates on a bit of a ball, actually, so his head can rise and fall and also turn from side to side. It's a good solid design. The cape is sort of like a very thick plasticky material, and it's well molded, and it's just solid, as it should feel when you're representing Batman in his mecha suit about to fight Superman himself. Actually, on the bottom of the boots as well, in Frank Miller style, we do have these spikes. That's straight out of the comic book, and also love the battle damage actually all over it. There are scratches and scrapes, and it's great. So I'm going to put him up with my Superman on the shelf. I think the two of them can stare at each other forever. Or at least until there's some sort of earthquake. Anyway, guys, I just had to show you this stuff because I've been really fortunate over the past few days, and really excited actually with these fine things which have come into my life. Anyway, guys, as ever, until next time, do take care. Bye bye.